Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Real Deal Property Sharks. I'm your gracious host, Jersey Mike. And as you know, I'm the real deal. And of course, I have my two great co-hosts here, Deborah Face, your face for real estate, and good old Coach Nick.
What's up, everyone?
I'm just looking for that German Shepherd.
That's a German Shepherd. I don't think he could fit under there.
No, well, we're not. There's a dog.
There's
There's a dog.
There's always a dog in the story.
Right. All right, folks, as you can see, we're back in the studio. Again, reunited. Hey, we're back.
There it is.
And of course, you know I'm going to be coming up with some real crazy stuff. And of course, let me just remind you, this is all true, okay? You know, my research department, all right?
And you really can't make up stuff like this.
Like I said, I don't have an imagination.
Oh,
It
no.
has to be true.
I have a sense of humor. You can tell by the way I dress. I have a sense of humor. But I don't know about imagination, okay? So, anyway, let's get started here. All right, here we go. Ready? Now, Kellogg's, okay, you've all eaten cereal, right? What's your favorite cereal?
I want to not discuss this just yet
Oh, yeah, he's
because
upset.
I have a bone to pick with
He's
the
upset.
cereal company.
All right, well, okay, when I tell you this.
I'm going to let you tell your story first.
Have you?
I do, but you don't want to hear about mine. I like the health food stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
All the health
That's boring.
I know.
All right, well, this is
Look at
gonna.
me.
All right, this is gonna show my age. Like, I think the last time I ate cereal, I was probably 8. Okay, from then
That
it's
was a
been
really
really long time.
Deborah, do you want to turn that light?
Yeah, just, I don't think you can go any further.
Keep it up, Deb.
So.
Get her off. Get her off. But anyway, back when I ate cereal, it was like Sugar Frosted Flakes, Crisp and Quake.
heard of that.
Crisp and Quake?
I
What
told
the heck
you.
is that?
What?
Was that the time of the
We
pilgrims?
had, no, Crisp and Quake. You know what I mean? Crisp and Quake or Clackers? Cinnamon
No.
Life cereal. Come on, we
Nick,
love the Life.
cereal, yeah.
Sugar Frosted Flakes.
Yes.
They're great.
And now
Yes,
you're in
yes,
our
yes.
age.
Yeah, now you're in the genre.
Yeah.
Well, gee, I'm sorry, kids. But anyway, we've all heard of Kellogg's. Okay, we know
Yes.
Kellogg's. Well, now this is what Kellogg's is going to do. And well, I almost fell off. Well, in a way, it's not so bad, okay? Being Italian and all, but Kellogg's now is coming out with a cereal. It's going to be onion flavored. Okay?
If it's Italian, it should be garlic flavor.
Well, that's going to be the next. I have.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm going to make it. No, wait.
Right there.
Call Kellogg's in the morning.
That is disgusting.
Ew.
Can you imagine that?
Onion flavored cereal?
Yeah, can you imagine you get a cheeseburger so you
That's-
want onions? You just take the
That's
cereal.
almost as
Yeah,
bad.
but you know what?
That's almost as bad as pineapple on pizza.
No, that's
Well,
That's
let's draw the
sacrilegious.
line.
That's
Let's
good,
draw
though.
the line.
But you know those onion, what they call those onion fried
Funyun?
onions? Fried
Funyuns.
onions that you put on stuff?
Funyuns.
Not Funyuns, but the ones you put in like casserole.
Casserole?
and stuff.
Okay.
If
The
you
crunchy
didn't
ones.
have that,
Yeah.
and you had the cereal, you could mash them up, and
That's what they just said.
that's what they're doing with that cereal.
Well, no, then what you do with the cereal, you take like instead if you don't have anything. Gee, I wish I had
Well,
onions.
hold on a second.
Yeah, but no one's gonna
Milk
do this.
and onions?
Yeah, that's not.
Well, I would imagine I would use water.
Why don't you
Cereal
just?
and water?
Water.
Why do you even have that?
Sacrilegious.
Cereal.
I don't know, but somebody
Well,
wants.
I got another bone to pick. How about this?
All right, go ahead. Let's.
When
Okay.
you told me you were
the
gonna
complaints
discuss-
department is open. Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
it's funny that you brought up cereal as a topic today because I had such a really horrible experience yesterday. I've been hunting for a particular cereal from my childhood, and apparently, this particular cereal only comes out seasonally. Do you remember Count Chocula?
Yes.
Sure, and then
That's
Fra-
what we
and,
have.
and wait a
And
minute.
Frankenberry?
Frankenberry,
And
yeah, sure.
Blueberry?
Blueberry,
It
yeah.
only comes out in the freaking fall, but I got a Jones for it now.
For Halloween.
And I could only have Cocoa Puffs, but I don't want
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs. I'm not crazy about Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Well, you're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You got to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
That is so true.
Oh, what about Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops is not seasonal. Apparently you can
Yeah.
be fruity all year
You can be
round.
fruity, yeah.
But if you want chocolate with the mushroom, then here's the thing. Cocoa Puffs is the little bowls,
Yeah.
right? I don't want little bowls.
Yeah.
I love marshmallows.
Yeah.
The chocolate.
Okay, you know what we used to do? Okay, and I always used to get in trouble for this. I'll let the cat out back because I used to blame my sister.
I know you did.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Lucky Charms.
I used to get up first thing in the morning, okay, when my mother would go to the store, it would be like Lucky Charms. When my sister went there, I'd get a big salad bowl, dump out the whole box,
It's terrible.
pick out all the marshmallows,
It's terrible.
pick out all the marshmallows, put them in the bowl, just eat that with milk, and then put all the cereal back.
Yeah.
And then I wait for my sister to come down. She's like,
pissed.
they keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. Like, where the hell are the
You
marshmallows?
probably did that with the prize.
Now, one
too,
thing I
right?
do, I want to also
No.
point out, I don't know why they call those things marshmallows. I mean, they were delicious.
They're not.
But they're not marshmallows because if that's a marshmallow, man, you could kill somebody with that.
Oh yeah.
That's so hard.
I call it chemicals.
I think it's in the milk.
I call it chemicals. I call it chemicals.
All right, so
right?
we don't like that cereal already, unless of course you want to cook with
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to take a pass on that. People,
All right,
thumbs
so-
down on the
So
onion.
if Kellogg's wants to know
Okay,
how
if
you feel
that's-
about that, we're
Kellogg's-
not feeling
Write
it.
us in. Let us know what your
Yeah.
favorite
I
is.
feel about
Give me
that.
my Count Chocula. Blueberry's not bad and
Blueberries,
Frankenberry.
yeah, that's
But
okay.
Count Chocula, come on,
Yeah.
come on. Work with me.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, here you
Do
go.
it for
Here's
Coach
it.
Nick. I
Crazy.
don't know.
Here's another food thing. Okay, now now, especially this being Italian and having relatives that live in Sicily, this would be an ultimate sacrilege. Okay, in Cleveland, Ohio. Now we know all the craziness out there with this protest. They're tearing down statues. Why? The statues didn't do anything to them. They're not going to go anywhere. Whatever. But in Cleveland, Ohio, they want to tear down the statue of Christopher Columbus. Now,
That's something new.
okay, all right, but
That's been going on for a while.
here's what they want to replace it with. You ready?
Well, they have a replacement for it.
Oh yeah. They want to replace. You know what they're going to replace it with?
What?
What?
Chef Boyardee.
Huh?
Chef Boyardee.
Why? Because everybody's.
You talking about the
Chef
Chef Boyardee with
Yeah,
the
Chef
lasagna?
Boyardee. Yeah, Chef Boyardee.
Really?
Yes, they're going to tear them and replace it with Chef Boyardee.
But that's
But you know, like with them going
Chef
like
Boyardee
this.
is a fictitious character.
He's a chef. He's on like SpaghettiOs and Chef Boyardee ravioli.
With what's been going on, everybody's been learning how to cook and cooking at home. So no one's buying canned crap like that and taking it out of the can and eating it. It's not like it's that popular. You know what I
So
mean?
then let me ask you a question. Is this actually going to be in the shape of a can?
That's just shit.
No. It's a statue of Chef Boyardee.
Like you say, he's not even real.
If I opened up a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli,
How about a can
especially
of
outside,
rice?
and
I'm sorry.
I got to tell you.
you know, there's other
The
hosts.
fact that they call it ravioli, I mean, I don't mind. I have Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not. It ain't ravioli.
No.
I mean, it's
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's something, but it's
Something-
not ravioli. And that
it's
sauce
something
is
that
not sauce. It's something.
No, it's like
not
ketchup
dog
with
food.
spices.
Yeah.
Dog food.
I thought,
Let's
yeah.
open it.
But I mean, if I opened up a can, I could see it now. I just opened up a can of ravioli, and as soon as I stick the spoon in there to eat it, I get struck by lightning.
Yeah, you would. You'd
I
be in
would.
trouble.
That would be my grandmother from Sicily. God rest
Yeah,
her
we
soul.
don't eat stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But anyway, listen, I would.
Chef Boyardee. Listen,
even if they did,
let's take a poll.
take a poll right
Take
in.
a
Go
poll.
by Chef
Chef
Boyardee.
Boyardee is a statue? Yes? No? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Thumbs down?
Columbus.
Yeah,
Whatever floats your boat.
Christopher Columbus. You know. All right, moving along here now. We all know that's what's happening. That everybody's now even more paranoid. The new norm is face masks and going out and you protecting yourself because now we're sick of talking about COVID-19. We're sick of it. Everybody is. We know that. Okay. Well, all right now. In Cuba, because it's getting into all other countries, in Havana, this guy, okay, he's thinking his light bulb goes up. I want to protect myself. I want to protect myself against coronavirus. So I'm sure in your life, however, if you haven't, you've seen that when refrigerators, when they come from Sears, is Sears still
Sears
around?
isn't around anymore.
See?
But you can probably buy them online.
Okay, I don't get outright.
Speaking of shit, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
physical stores.
but I remember when I was a kid, when my parents got a new refrigerator, that was like, we got a fort.
Right, yeah.
You know, you were a kid. It's a
Oh, it's
big
fine,
box,
yeah.
the big tall box.
Yeah. Sure, you make the forts out of the box.
Right.
Or you use the couch with the cushions and you
Yes.
make a little
And if
fort.
you're up
yeah.
north, you'd use it as a sled on the snow.
We've done that. Yeah, we've
There
done
you
that.
go. But not if you're from Florida.
Yeah, guess
Yeah.
what? You can also use them buried bodies too.
I'll keep that in mind.
but seriously, this guy over here.
Yeah, well, you make some onion cereal, and that box is gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
Good morning.
So this guy.
My mother used to
Pet
do
the dog.
My mother used to do that.
Like this.
That's the Italian mother.
All right. So now what they did was this guy, he has this bright idea to protect himself against coronavirus. So what he did, he took the box, cut armholes in it and a head hole, and he puts on and wears it, goes outside. And he goes around to the store and stuff like this box. This is going to protect him against coronavirus.
And he's got his head sticking out.
He's got his head sticking out.
And apparently no one's told him that the coronavirus kind of lives on those cardboard boxes for some point in time.
It's Havana, Cuba.
He didn't get
It's
the memo.
Havana, Cuba.
That's special.
Yeah, he didn't get the memo.
It's okay.
That's special.
Havana,
You
Cuba.
can't make that up.
No.
That's special.
Okay.
That'd be funny, huh?
Now.
You walk around on the box.
You done?
I'm done.
Okay. Moving along here. Don't worry, we're going to get to you.
I know.
I know.
I know you always do.
Moving along here, okay, here's another thing that's indirectly related to coronavirus. Okay, you know, like the zoos. The zoos have been shut down, you know, because you have to social distance and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, not the animals.
The zoo.
You can't go to
The
the zoo.
zoo.
People can't go to the zoo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Plural.
I don't know why I was thinking the
Not
animals.
Zeus,
the
like the-
animals have a social distance too. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, it's not.
Where did you get your stuff? I want some. Get me an extra.
I don't know why.
Order extra, will you?
That's exactly where my head went. It's like they're making the animals separate too.
What is that? Is that stolen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, with no ice. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's a true alcohol. It's called neat.
Yeah.
Neat.
I know that.
Okay. Yeah, I know you know
Because
that.
it's not. It's water.
Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, in the zoo. I was in the zoo. The zoo. I'm in the zoo right now. No, I'm in the zoo right now. Okay. So the zoo, what they're doing because there's no people around, because people are, you know, so they're staying home or whatever, blah, yada yada. Okay. Well, now there's an explosive population, you know, they say because of this that either, you know, the divorce rate, I've said this before, the divorce rate will go up with us, or the baby boom will go up with us. Well, guess what? The baby boom is happening in the zoos
Makes sense.
because there's no people around to bother them.
Yeah.
The baboons, the ostriches,
You mean
the
they were shy?
peacocks. Yeah.
They didn't want to get that bishop deal out when
No, not in front of
everybody.
everybody. You know, I know there's some, I
I
guess,
would have never thought that.
Well, you know
but
what?
it's true fact.
Well, yeah, it's more chaos. They probably need to concentrate or something.
They got to concentrate.
Concentrate on what they're doing.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
No, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Think about baseball. Think about baseball. Think about baseball. What do baboons think about? Bananas. Bananas are food. I got to think about something. I got to think about something. So I'm not ready yet, bud. Hi, do you have baboon PE or ED? You know, baboon ED is probably like, you know, how do you?
They can't
here,
get
have
that
this-
up.
What you do? You stick away. You stick a Viagra in a banana. Here, eat this. What do?
They probably shoot
You
them.
put it for a banana
They
for his
probably shoot
banana.
them.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, that's true. It's true. Of course, everything I tell you is true. It's true. Okay.
True story.
Moving right along here. Okay, now in a funny. Okay, now. You know how because I'm old. Okay, now in my day, like I told you, a cell phone was 2 cans and a string, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, we always have a gesture, like, you know, when you're talking to somebody or you tell them to call you, whatever. What was the gesture? 70s and 80s?
Call me.
Call
Like
me.
this, and you
Call
gotta-
me.
And you got to do that.
No, that's
Yo.
hang loose. Yo, yo, yo. Pardon me. Hey. This. Well, guess what? In the new millennium, because all the little millennium kids with all the cell phones all the time, well, now the new thing is when they're on the phone, they're going to tell us when they're on the phone. They don't go like this. I'm on the phone. They go like this. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone.
Really?
Yes.
That's uncomfortable.
I think that they
I mean,
have
like this,
something
like-
on their
like
face,
this.
oh, my jaw is killing me.
Yeah, if it was somebody else would, I asked them if they have a toothache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how
That makes sense. I mean, this is really kind of archaic.
Yeah, it
Archaic.
is.
I mean,
Okay.
Nobody's got one of those.
Yeah,
Does
so
anybody
we
got one of
gotta
those?
lose
No, I just whatever.
Call me. Call me.
Yeah.
Call me. Is it this way or this way? Does it matter?
Now here's another little.
Yeah, wait. It's this.
Yeah, no, they go like this.
Uh-huh.
They go like this. I'm not
So,
Okay.
We gotta get with the times.
I gotta
I'm
catch
gonna
up.
try that.
Yeah.
Try that. Go like this and say,
Yeah.
what's the
Yeah,
matter
do
with you?
that when you're looking at me so I can see if I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, sorry.
Okay, here we go. Moving along. Another little fun fact, because this is the fun fact show. You ready? I just found this out myself. I thought this is absolutely amazing. All right. I've been eating say Ritz crackers for years. You Ritz crackers, right?
Yeah, Ritz
and
crackers,
everybody loves cheese and crackers. Who doesn't, right?
Well, I like Count Chocolate, but
I love cheesy.
Okay, so you can have Count Chocolate crackers.
I love cheesy crackers. Cheesy crackers with wine.
marshmallows.
Might as well, yeah.
Chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I never knew.
Kellogg's, come on. Sorry.
The reason they make the crackers round, if you notice, they have a jagged edge all around the edge.
Right?
You know what the reason for that is?
Michael, what's the reason for that?
I thought you'd never ask. The reason for that is because you're supposed to take the cracker and there's a slice of cheese. You take the cracker and roll it. The serrated edge is supposed to cut the cheese.
I'd like to see one of those crackers hold up to pushing down on it and kind of
Cheese, yeah. That's
So next time you're in a crowded elevator and somebody lets one go, and you ask who cut the cheese,
Ritz.
say Ritz.
That's it, huh?
Ritz.
Well, maybe they're talking about soft cheese. Soft
It
cheese.
has to
It's
be
gotta be like
really
a soft
soft.
cheese.
Well, no, you're not going. What are you going to get? Cheese that's been aged for
No, but most cheese is hard.
Yeah,
Right.
Unless it's not excited, then you
Well,
got
that's,
soft. What do I know?
Okay. Yeah, I guess you got me on that one. All right. Okay. All right. Now, here you go. Another little story. All right. This guy in Australia, right? He's going down the road about 80 miles an hour, right? Close to 100. He gets pulled over by the cops. Cops look at the car, ask him why he's speeding. Well, he's in the car. He's fighting a venomous snake with a knife and the seatbelt. There's a snake in his SUV, and he's driving, fighting the snake because the snake's sitting there trying to bite him.
pretty talented.
Wow.
Going 80 miles. You think
This
he's
is
going
Australia,
over?
huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Is that what's the miles per hour over there? It's probably close to that.
Do they have miles per hour over there? Or is it,
How the hell do I know? I've never been to Australia. I give a shit. I give a shit. What the speed
so who
limit
won the
is.
fight?
The guy he was bit. He was on his way to the hospital. He got bit. He was on the way to the hospital. He was afraid he was dying. Right? Yeah. And he got pulled over. And I guess the cops took him. But he was freaking out because he got bit. And he's trying to keep the snake so they know what kind of snake. But it was in the SUV. Anyway.
I'm thinking he should have pulled over and then killed it, but obviously he was on his way to the hospital.
But it was going all through the car. But okay, funny
Oh my
story.
God, how
Wow, that's pretty
How
bad.
could you keep up with the snake moving?
Wait, I gotta tell you a funny
Yeah,
story.
right?
That's crazy.
True story. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, I had a boa constrictor. I had an 8-foot boa
You had a
constrictor.
whole farm at your house at one point.
Really?
Dr. Doolittle. So I had this 8-foot boa constrictor, okay? Now when he was a baby, he was like when he was around, say, 3 or 4 foot long, right? I used to take him everywhere I would go. Everywhere I went. So this one day I took him in my car and I had him, like he would curl up in the seat. Well, all of a sudden he decides, he climbs in because I'm driving and I can't find the snake. Well, what he did was, true story, he went up under my dashboard and crawled all the way back because they like to be secluded. They like to go in like remote places, right?
He was inside the dashboard.
He's inside the dashboard of my car.
Wow.
He's slid. Me, I didn't give a shit. He's my snake. I'm waiting for him to come out. I was going to put a rat down there. I tried putting on rock and roll, blasting it to make him come out.
Vibrations.
Do they have ears?
No, they use
Vibrations.
vibrations.
Ah,
So anyway,
Watch the animal.
no,
I don't.
watch Animal
I
Planet.
don't. Can I have
Watch out.
Kellogg's?
No, we already passed Kellogg's.
Sorry.
So anyway, so in my car, right? I was taking a friend of mine, this guy Keith. I'll never forget it as long as I live. I'm taking him someplace, and he's sitting in the passenger seat. Okay.
You didn't tell him about the snake, I take it.
No, I didn't say anything about the snake because he's deathly afraid of. I mean, he is terrified of snakes.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah. Well,
Could
I
you
didn't.
imagine? I would be. Oh my god.
So I didn't want to say. So I didn't want to say anything to him. That, oh yeah, by the way, Keith, there's a snake in my car. He's in the desert. He probably thought I was like messing with him anyway.
Well, they don't bite the boas, right? They just
Yeah, they bite.
Oh, they do.
Of course they do. You don't die. They're not venomous, but they constrict.
Okay.
They love you to death. Give you a good hug.
Okay.
So what happened was we're in the car, we're driving, right? Now, back in the day when we had cassette tapes, everybody had like a cassette player in their car. So I had borrowed a cassette from Keith, right? So we're sitting there driving, and he's sitting in the passenger seat, and he goes, "Hey, Mike, do you have that Winger tape, that Winger cassette that I lent you?" I said, "Yeah, it's in the glove box."
Oh my god.
He hit the glove box. The snake must have went up in behind the dashboard and crawled over into the glove compartment and curled up.
No.
He hit that button, it dropped, and there's the snake sitting right there. Look at him.
I would be freaking.
He could have got a job haunting the house as a ghost.
Wow.
He was white. And he thought I did it on
Did
purpose.
he move or did he just like stay still?
He was free. He's like stopped the car. He
Oh
was
my
all like he
God.
jumped. He like was going into the back seat. But
crazy.
true
Yeah.
story.
That's funny.
True
Wow. It
story.
didn't do anything to it, though, huh?
No, it didn't do anything to him. My snake, it was docile. He was you know
Did you
tame.
defang him?
Look, quick
No.
question. Did you keep the snake until it died, or
Yes.
and how long does a snake typically live?
Here's another question on a snake
People
story.
wanna know.
No. Listen.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I had him for 20 years.
Wow.
Now, I thought they lived to be like 50 or 60. Well, when he died, I called up a herpetologist. And this herpetologist was a herpetologist for like 25 years. And I started telling him because what my snake did, he regurgitated 2 times, he regurgitated the rat. That, you have to feed them rats. Sorry, they won't eat Chinese food. Sorry.
Right.
Okay.
So-
and they got to be alive, I take it.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to be alive.
Wow, that's special.
It's nature. It's nature.
Yeah.
I tried pepperoni pizza, it wasn't good.
Gotcha.
So anyway, what happened
Sounds
was...
yummy.
So what
Count
happened...
chocolate. Sorry.
You and that Count Chocolate, I'm going to force feed your whole damn bottle. We get a
I'll
funnel.
have to get him a year's supply when it comes out.
So when the snake died, I was telling this herpetologist, like, this is what happened. He regurgitated, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, how old was I? I said, 20. He was 20 years old. So there's a pause on the phone, right?
He's older.
And I said to the guy, I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, there's like this dramatic pause. I expect him to come back. I said, well, what did I do wrong? I thought he was going to get back on and say, you asshole,
Right.
you should have done this, you should have done that, blah, blah, blah.
You said they probably live a lot less than that. Huh?
Well, he said to me, I said, what did I do wrong? he said, you had him for 20 years. I go, yeah. He goes, I said, what did I do wrong? He says, what did you do wrong? He goes, dude, I want to give you a job in my store, teaching people how to keep a snake alive for 20 years.
Wow.
Well, how
That's a
long
lot
they-
to love.
How long they typically live?
Like, he said he had a cobra and then it was 15.
That was the oldest.
That was
So
the
I
all. He
wonder,
thought he had
as he
it.
gets older, it's hard for them to digest their food.
They just die of old age.
Yeah.
They just die
It's
of
hard
old age.
to
In
work
old
on
age
their-
is
yeah.
5,
The digestion,
10,
yeah.
10, 15 years old. Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
So, did you bury the snake, or did you make shoes out of it? What did
No,
you
I
do?
buried him.
But
I
you're
was,
Italian.
I was,
That's so
Like
wasteful.
shoes or
You're
something.
Italian. You could make nice
It's like-
shoes.
yeah,
I'm not going to make a
reminder.
belt out of my snake. I
not?
gave him a burial. I
You're Italian.
had.
You used the belt.
I invited people.
It's respectful. I give you my Cobra belt.
We had a wait for him. I invited
No.
my friends over. I catered it, and I had a preacher, and we said a prayer, and
So you were very close to this snake, huh?
very close.
Now, I got a weird question for you, and I know this is going to be kind of bizarre, but I really want to know, and I know it would probably be very unusual. But did you have a dog or a cat, maybe?
Yeah, they're boring pets. I had iguanas, snakes, and alligators.
Listen to this.
I'm eccentric. What can I tell you?
I read somewhere, I don't know where it was, but this woman decides to get a snake and then starts sleeping with it, right?
Whoa, hold on. Stop the press. Sleeping with it as in they're sleeping together? Or sleeping together as in they're getting the nature thing going on?
No,
Like the jungle.
So what happened was,
You didn't answer.
no.
So she's getting busy
listen,
with it.
No.
She's
so what
getting jiggy
happened
with
was
it.
the next day she
so-
says to one of her friends, this is so bizarre. I woke up and the snake was completely straight. next to her in the bed. And she was
So it's straight, wasn't a gay snake.
And the guy goes,
Straight.
that's because the snake is sizing you up to see if it can fit you in your mouth to eat you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because they eat you whole, right? And every day that you would go to sleep and he would be there, he'd be like stretching himself up to see if he could fit her in his stomach. Is that sick? First of all, don't be sleeping with us.
Here's
Yeah, you gotta be careful what snakes you sleep with. I mean,
There's a lot of snakes out there, trust me.
And there's a lot of snakes out there.
Here's
And you know, I can understand a woman sizing. Never mind.
all right, listen.
Yeah.
Check this out. Okay, you ready? Here's another bizarre story. Now, this happened to me, so I know it's true.
So you know
all
it's
right.
bizarre.
Back with my snake, of course, because I'm from New Jersey. I have nephews and nieces up there. This one, you're like, when my nephews were really young, and my snake was like 3 foot long. Well, they wanted me to bring him home because I used to go home in the summer and spend like, a month at home in New Jersey with my family. So I wanted to bring the snake home. So I was going on like, I think, Continental Airlines from Fort Lauderdale to Newark, New Jersey. So I call up the airlines and said, listen, I have a 3 foot boa constrictor. How do you get him on the plane? Because he can't go down with the animals, too cold. He'll die. So the reservation is on the phone. Back in the day when we used to call reservation, as you know, this was in the 80s. Okay. She said, get a box, poke holes in it, have some tape, run it through, like security, let them see this before it got real crazy. This is, you used to just be able to go through security. Let the security guards or the TSA, whatever, look at it, boom, then just tape up the box, bring them with you, put them back in your carry-on, bring them on the plane. So all of a sudden, here it is. I'm at my bags are checked. The plane's going to take off in like 5-10 minutes, right? All of a sudden, the Spanish lady, is sitting there like where the conveyor belt is, where you put on the bags where it goes through the X-ray machine.
Yeah.
So she's motioning because I had like a duffel bag. She's motioning me to put the duffel bag through, and I said I can't. She's sitting on a stool, like a bar stool. So at the end of the conveyor belt. So she said to me, she's motioning me to put the snake down. I said, I can't. There's a snake in there. She's like, what? She's like, what? What? I said, there's a snake in there. So just as because she doesn't know broken English, I go over and put the box down, show her on the stool, open it up. She started freaking screaming. Security comes over and I said, I have a boa constrictor. I'll bring the boa constrictor on the plane. They said, you can't, you have to go talk to the people at the desk for Continental.
She had already done.
No, I would talk to them on the phone when I was making the reservation. Okay. So now I go over to the desk and here comes Mr. I'm banging all the stewardesses. This guy comes out with his Alpina sunglasses on, blah, 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 and he has his jewelry on, his pinky ring, and he goes, you're not bringing that on my plane. So what was what I did? No, this is the reservation. So all I turned around and said to the guy, I go, listen, you better talk to your reservationist. I paid my ticket. I'm getting on that plane. This snake is going on that plane, come hell or high water. So all of a sudden he turns around and he says, all right. He goes, it's going to cost more money. I said, I don't care if it costs $1 million. He's going on the plane. So they put him in a box, put him in another box, put it up by the pilot. Okay.
By the pilot.
They put it behind the door. Go figure that. They put it behind the door, like
That's a great
snakes on a plane. Yeah, right.
Right.
Anyway, here's the funny part of the story. Okay, I'm coming home. I did it their way, going there. Now here's what I did. I was coming back to Florida. I'm at Newark Airport. I wore a tank top real tight and a real fluffy like jersey. I took Spartacus out. That was his name. That was his name, Spartacus. His name was Spartacus. I took Spartacus. He never came when I called him anyway. Didn't matter.
Go figure.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah. So I took the snake, put him inside my tank top, wrapped it around my waist. He sat there, put the jersey on over it. I walked right through the metal detector, walked right through, went down to the nearest bathroom, went into the bathroom, took him out, put him in the box, taped it up, put it in my bag, went on the plane, boom, home.
That's a good story. That's crazy.
That's why
I did it their way.
Only you,
I did it my way.
That's quite special, I must say.
That's crazy.
Well,
Right?
on that note,
okay, enough of me.
I gotta tell you, this is hysterical. I was looking at some ads, right? You know, people have their own business and they want to put their ads out for real estate. This happens to be a real estate ad. And honest to God, it's like either people don't...
Signs
they
you're
don't-
talking about?
Signs, right?
Like you mean the signs out in front? Okay.
Signs like a for sale sign or whatever. So either they're not, editing them, or they're not,
Proofreading,
checking them,
proofreading.
They don't have anybody doing
Spell
so,
check.
So let's just get to it. I'm going to text. So this is.
Just by coincidence, you have some
I have
signs.
some
Well, lay it on
signs.
us.
Okay.
Lay it on us there.
So this real estate sign says Dick Payne Real Estate Company. Now, if your name is Dick,
Don't they have medicine for that?
well, why wouldn't you say Richard Payne, like Dick Payne? Okay, so Dick Payne.
More importantly,
Oh, talking about Dick Face.
why would the parents name him?
Well, again, Richard.
She almost named the kid Dick Face.
Well, my last name is Face, and my kid's name is not Richard or Dick.
You named him. If you
no,
did, oh
I
my
didn't.
God.
This is the reason, because if he has a company, he's not going to, plus my last name is
Dick
Payne.
Face.
Oh, I would torture him. I would absolutely torture him if you'd done that.
So then there was another one.
We're stir crazy,
So these
folks.
are all signs that people are putting up there. Okay, free pizza with purchase of home. Basically, if you throw in the delivery, you have yourself a deal. So if you love pizza, then
And if it's
that's the
anchovy,
place.
I'll take it. Yeah, of course.
Okay. This one was fine. This was points of honesty. This guy puts out it's a for sale by owner. It says for sale by owner because my neighbor's an asshole. I mean, just putting it out there, just being honest, right?
Just full disclosure.
Just honesty.
So this guy was pretty serious. His real estate company is My Cock. Real estate and insurance.
That's my realty company too.
Yeah. Okay. This was an open concept for a house, and so it was literally a piece of land, and they put an actual door on the land, and it said open concept. Use your imagination.
Creative.
Build your own house.
Creative.
So this was hysterical. This was an ad with the realtor's face. And she was an older woman, and she's, rambling about this house. And this is what she wrote. She wrote, "Huge dick for entertaining." Sorry, did I say something wrong? Huge dick for entertaining and enjoying the views. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, blah, blah, blah. Nobody proved
It's only
this.
for women or whoever.
You know how fast she sold that house? It was
Oh,
amazing.
like, huge dick, no
Couldn't wait to
problem.
get their hands on the dick.
You couldn't beat that. So,
George, I'm filing for divorce. I'm buying a house by myself from huge dick.
oh my God. So,
Every house should have a huge dick. I'm just
Everything down.
Around-
so
huge
obviously
dicks
it
for
was
everyone.
supposed to be a deck. Do you want to hear more? Or do we have,
Sure,
do we have
let me
enough
see
time?
what you do.
Okay. So, another guy puts, the house is reduced, and he says, reduced, but not stupid or desperate. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to say, So, and then
It's haunted.
this guy is working for Remax. He just happens to be working for Remax wherever. And his what is it? The
Realty
email.
group?
The email is dicks@remail.com, and his website is dickshort.com. Again,
That kind of goes against the long deck.
oh my God.
Yeah, it goes
Long
a
dick.
Richard. Okay. Let's see.
Anybody that names the kid Richard, there's
Yeah,
always
you
going to
gotta
be the
think
dick
about that.
jokes.
There's always
So-
going to be the dick jokes.
So this was probably one of the most unpretentious signs of all. We buy crack houses and nice homes too.
Oh, that's mighty nice of them, isn't it? Now?
Okay.
And then there was a house that was literally underwater, and you can just see the top of it. And it said reduced price on a gorgeous riverfront, and they crossed out front and just put river property.
Submerged
Sounds like
river
Fortnite.
property.
Anyway,
So there was this big facade in front of this building, and there was like a seam in the middle. So the real estate company read Condom Man Realty, and it was supposed to be Condo Man. It was condo. No,
Man.
condom, because the M was
Right.
left, so it was condom and then realty.
And, condom,
and
man, realty.
All right,
Wow.
and then of course Anita Weiner. Anita Weiner.
that's her name?
Anita Weiner. She probably should have kept her maiden name. Just
Maybe.
saying.
There you
Anita.
go.
Just saying.
Well,
Bizarre.
listen, if she had a house with a big dick, I mean, she wouldn't have mind.
And then this
She'd be Anita Moner.
She'd be the big dick out. Yeah, she'd be a moaner.
And this-
I need a moaner.
This is what you call a really chill sign. For sale, lease, or whatever.
Whatever, it's got to be an Italian.
Yeah, or whatever.
Take it easy.
And then the last one, there's a farm, and so the person who's selling the house next to the farm wanted to let people know, listen, before you even come over here and look at this house, I want to let you know that on a farm, there are animals. They're noisy, they smell, and they have sex outside. So, the sign says all of this. Notice, this property is a farm. There are animals on the farm, and they make noise, they have sex outside. So if you can't tolerate noise, odor, and animals having sex outside, then don't buy next to a farm.
So what does your sign say? What does her realty sign say?
Welcome.
No, her sign says, Deborah Face, your face for real estate. Oh, that's a sign right there.
That's
You know, and going up on signs, I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to wrap this up. I saw this, and the caption of this sign, this is a real sign. The caption of the sign says, "Don't threaten me with a good time." It shows a sign on a train platform. It says, "Caution, stay away from edge of platform," and underneath it says, "or you might be sucked off."
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Sounds like the beginning of a meme to me.
Well, gang, listen. We gotta listen. We've been crazy today. We're back in the studio now again. And of course, you know, we're going to be as bizarre as ever. And as you can see, we're all a little bit wacky today. It's from all the quarantine. So,
Get me the Cocoa Puffs. No, not the Cocoa Puffs.
Count Chocolate.
Chocolate.
So you don't even remember
It's
what
not
it
that
is.
important.
So on behalf of myself, Jersey Mike, and Deborah Face, your face for real estate, and good old Coach Count Chocula, coming from Count Chocula, we all want to say thank you for tuning in and keep watching and keep writing in, and we are out of here.
Peace.